Damn, all this rain on the rooftop. I'd give anything for the clouds to break. The weatherman says that it won't stop. The same shade of gray, just a different day. Well, I'm going crazy, stuck in this house, climbing the walls and screaming out loud. Damn, all this rain on the rooftop. I'm just trying to wait it out, hope I make it through the night. Damn, it's really coming down. I ain't really safe inside. They say the memories will fade eventually, but in the meantime, my mind is my worst enemy. I'm praying for this hell to win, still stuck in this storm that you let me in, trying to wait it out. The bottom fell out when you stormed off. I ain't seen the sun since you drove away. I tried to find where we got lost, but I know now it won't change a thing. So I'm cussing this downpour to hell with this hurt. And damn you for leaving, you're the worst. The bottom fell out when you stormed off. I'm just trying to wait it out, hope I make it through the night. Damn, it's really coming down. I ain't really safe inside. They say the memories will fade eventually, but in the meantime, my mind is my worst enemy. I'm praying for this hell to win, still stuck in this storm that you let me in, trying to wait it out. No, I ain't got nothing but time on my hands. Since I don't know when it ends, I'm just gonna wait it out, hope I make it through the night. Damn, it's really coming down. I ain't really safe inside. They say the memories will fade eventually, but in the meantime, my mind is my worst enemy. I'm praying for this hell to win, still stuck in this storm that you let me in, trying to wait it out. I'm just trying to wait it out. I thought it'd be the cowboy killers that put a hole in my chest. I didn't want you sin, gave up the rich, but damn, you still lived. It turns out you can hit a rock bottom in a bottomless glass. They say smoke 'em if you got 'em, so I got 'em lined up back to back. Chain smoking whiskey, shot after shot. Here's to your memory, that's all that I got. And I wish like hell I still smoke cigarettes. Now chain smoking whiskey's as close as I get. Trading nicotine for a stiff drink, one vice for Chain smoking whiskey, shout out to shout. Here's to your memory, that's all that I got. And I wish like hell I still smoke cigarettes. Now chain smoking whiskey's as close as I get.
Alright, I had trouble logging in. But I finally got logged in. I'm short at 64.25, and this is a bigger account, so I'm gonna start with one, and if it pops up, I'm gonna kind of add. So if you're building a position like on a bigger account, you know, you want the opportunity to actually build a position, and you know, you want to build on, build at places where you have a better advantage. Y'all, I think my daggum grocery delivery is here. I forgot about it. So I probably need to put some, I'm gonna add another one. It's about halfway. Let's see, 84. Yeah, I'm gonna add another one right there. I'll be right back.
So she doubles up, backseat loaded up with hand-me-downs, running those white lines out of town. Some things you just can't include. I bet you thought the worst was over now. It's funny how it all comes back around. You can slam your foot down on the gas, but baby you just can't outrun the past. It doesn't really matter how far you drive, you're gonna have to pump those brakes sometime and just slow it down. You can't just run away, run away. Settle it up, slow down. It doesn't add up, slow down. You can't run away. Settle it up, slow down. It doesn't add up, slow down. You can't run away. I bet you thought the worst was over now. It's funny how it all comes back around. You can slam your foot down on the gas, but baby you just can't outrun the past. It doesn't really matter how far you drive, you're gonna have to pump those brakes sometime and just slow it down. You can't just run away, run away. broken picture frames from all our yesterdays spread out on the floor. A movie I can't watch no more. Happy I stood through.
Okay, I'm back. Popping up some more. All right, I'm gonna add another one right there. So let's see, we've got this momentum is shifting up. Let's hope we get things to kind of go in our favor here. But if you look at the delta, this is what we got. Come on down, baby. That delta shifting, as you can see. We got divergence. I would like to see a break of this right here. Man, I am coffeeed up, y'all. Like to see a break of that there. Yeah, that would be nice to see that break of this trend line. That would kind of confirm things for us. Anybody else in this short? Targets here. It'd be nice for them to get this back to VWAP, which would be 26. Not a bad place to to take some profits here, or at least get your stop to break even if you have the chance. If you have a good, good enough entry here. I was still expecting them to push this on down, at least test this trend line here. They've tried. I mean, it hasn't even hit it yet, so no reason not to get a break-even stop in case they run this back up and jerk it around. Man, look at this volatility. All right, it got me out of break even. They're going to jerk it around, unfortunately. I was hoping for a big dive off the deep end right there. But it makes sense that they're going to jerk it around because delta momentum down here. Let me get this chart kind of blown up here. You see how the angle changed of that trend line between this one and this one? We get a bigger arrow. So that trend line there, see how it changed from there to there? That's that delta momentum rolling over some. But as you can see, the same thing's happening with this, but from here, to here, the angle is getting steeper. So that's showing momentum shifting to the upside. There's just some things they got to work out here before they take it one way or the other. But it is what it is. I should have probably just taken the $1,200 or whatever it was and been happy with it, but it's a bigger account, so you kind of look for bigger returns, or at least I am. That 1,200 on a 25K account is, pretty nice, but we still have this divergence up here. It could still go, for sure. What was that? What was my original? 63. So yeah, I'm gonna try again. I'm not opposed to it. That trend line is at 56-ish. So they just tagged that 56 trend line. Let's see if they can break it. If they can break it, we ought to flush down at least to VWAP. VWAP is at 40 now. 640. So we got 22 point potential there. So there's 50. There's 46, 40, 46. I'm going to go with the break-even stop. Just got one contract on, unfortunately. Wish I still had the 3. But, oh well. There's 40. All right, so I'm just going to flatten there. That's the target. We hit target. It may just keep going because it's so steep. The momentum's shifted so strongly, and we've broken through, uptrend trend lines. It's got to close below there, for the short sellers to kind of feel better. But that was the original plan, was to get back down to VWAP. Unfortunately, I got taken out at break even, and then I had to try again with only one contract. But oh well. Watch them just tank it. Now that we're not in it, or at least I'm not in it. I hope y'all are still in it. But y'all see what I'm looking at? That delta, that momentum on that delta, or the angle of that delta changing. That's, if I were to look at the MACD, I don't know what it would look like. Let's see. So from here to here, yeah, you can kind of see on the MACD the momentum, the histogram kind of shifting. It's just visually easier for me to see just the trend line angle changes, that's showing me, momentum's doing something. What happened to the tunes? Turn them off.
Shade of gray, just a different day.
So I'm still bullish. I mean, bearish. We're above the line in the sand, big time. But look how far, like how extended we are. So for for me, like for this has got to line up bullish for me to be completely bullish bias. So what's not lining up as far as bullish goes is that we're definitely made a lower low here on this swing low, and momentum has shifted to the downside. We're at some key resistance levels. It's kind of a mixed bag, but you got to trade what you see. And I don't know, this is a kind of a tough one here. Thankfully, we got the short, and that worked out. So where do we go from here? I don't know. If I was to guess, what's going to happen is they're going to retest this trend line, which is what they're doing now, and then push this back, push this down to, one of the next lower VWAP band, which is at basically 18,600. That would be my guess. Yeah, so there's the retest of the trend line. You see that big wick on that bar? They retested the trend line. And then, another push, probably to 600 if I was to guess, or one of these supports here. Who knows? We've got bearish, really short-term bearish sentiment right in here. We've got a bullish sentiment because we're above VWAP. Well, we're trying to stay above VWAP. It's trying to pierce through now, but yeah, we're definitely above the line in the sand. Even if they push this up, y'all, like they're still, this is still unaccounted for. Like this lower low. If they push this up, this lower low says something about momentum. We went from here to here to here. So this upward angle is shifting down, And so if they push this up, I'm not bullish because of this. If they push this up, I'm looking for a reason to get short again, unless they really push it up and make a higher high, and then I just probably won't do anything. But the opportunity lies in either being short like we were and staying short, that was the opportunity, or them pushing this up again and fizzling out, and then another opportunity to short. That's to me, that's the two areas where we would have the edge.
Chain smoking whiskey, shout out to shout. Here's to your memory, that's all that I got. And I wish like hell I still smoke cigarettes. Now chain smoking whiskey's as close as I get. As close as I get. It's as close as I get.
Ashley, was that? Is your line in the sand the same as mine today? It is? Okay, cool. That was weird. Not sure why it would be different. Other than data. The data feed maybe printing a different amount of volume in one area versus the other or something between our two data feeds. The guy's supposed to have those additions done to the line in the sand today, or at least he's supposed to have something for me to look at and review. Probably we'll have to do some revisions. If you're just joining us, haven't missed a whole lot. We just took a short at 63 and got out when it hit VWAP. Well, I took it twice. I took it the first time and was able to average into a decent position, and then it jerked around and got me out at break even, and then I took another stab at it and it actually went that time, but I only had one contract on that time. I didn't realize that. Is the music too loud? I didn't realize that. I had my headphones turned way down. I thought it was quiet. Is it too loud? Or is it too quiet? What? No comment? Can't really hear the music. Is that better? Or do you like it? Or do you like not hearing the music? Oh, gotcha. Cool. Yeah, it's my brother's band. He's the drummer for a rock band. Got the old VWAP boogie going on, y'all. Just jerking around VWAP. Is anybody trying to trade in this mess? I hope not. There's definitely nothing set up for me. I mean, I guess if you were going to take anything, like a bounce off of that trend line right there to the upside, but where do we go? You know, what's your target? That's not a setup for me. Maybe for Bob or Dana. I'm sure he's got a zone or something he's probably trading. The setup for me was this divergence, momentum shift, delta momentum shift, and the entry was at that green VWAP band, somewhere around there, targeting the next one down, which was VWAP, and that was what we did. That was what I did. When you get all those running together like that divergence and momentum's, you know, turns in your favor, and from there it just becomes a matter of timing the entry and timing the exit. Let me get some more coffee. I'll be right back.
the sunshine, lost in the starlight, any place or any time.
Back. Come on. It's too loud. I can't judge how loud it is on y'all's end. I really don't know. I've got. Is that loud? Is that good now? It's cutting in and out. It's loud. I don't know how to turn it down. I mean, I'm turning it down on my computer. Maybe there's a way to turn the output down. I don't know. Not a tech guru. Not a smart man. Oh, let's see. Let's see something here. Volume mixer. Getting a buy signal there. It's not one that I want to take. Nothing to do here for me, y'all. I no see nothing. I mean, just now I tried to get back down to 40 again, which is where we got out, you know, in the short. You see how strange the market is? It's like it wants to go and then it changes its mind. Then you get that big wick like, you see on the other swings. So it's just a strange market. Probably, I probably should have just scalped it, instead of moving my stop to break even, just scalp it and take the money. But you just have to be patient in these kind of circumstances, and you can, at least me, I can be pretty aggressive, and if I don't watch myself, I'll definitely be over trading in this environment. Joan got her free account and bounced. She gone. See how funky this market is? And that was a pretty good setup, but the market just just a weird market. Ranging market. Is there any news coming out today? Anybody look? Let's see, investing.com. It's all the major stuff is out. There's another buy signal. Oh, I was gonna say that would probably get to the middle band, but it's already there. Just hovering around VWAP, y'all. VWAP is that blue line on my chart. It's just back and forth. Overall, momentum is shifted down, but we don't have any conviction to go there. The light fades. I'm gonna scrunch this in, show you what I'm seeing. It's easier to see if it's scrunched in. So you had a momentum shift here to here, and then shifted down here in this lower high. And you just look at these, these pullback swing lows, You got one there, and then you got a deeper one here. You see how that's kind of showing me that momentum is shifting to the downside. So it's just, just a matter of timing it. That's really strange. Why would Apex ask for your strategy? Oh, he's gone. What a crap show, y'all. Nothing to watch, nothing to trade, nothing to do. Sit here listen to tunes and drink coffee. Oh. I guess we could talk about anything we might be struggling with, or something going on with your trading that we could dive into. Does anybody want to be a guinea pig? Somebody want to ask any questions or anything we can talk about, discuss? Anything I can help you with? We're all family. No, everybody's killing it, I guess. It's awesome. Glad to hear it. Well, they took a while for me to get the full story, but finally came out. They decided to go to Dallas. I live about 2.5 hours from Dallas. That's what the realtor accused him of. I jumped her ass about it too, speaking out of line. And it apparently was bigger than they expected, and so we were supposed to be there to install the job on Tuesday, day before yesterday, and they asked me if we didn't say why, just asked if they could install it on Wednesday instead. So we had already rescheduled it once on Tuesday, and so Wednesday morning about 7 o'clock comes around, and I'm trying to call my crew leader and can't get a hold of anybody, and I get up, and that was around when I messaged y'all and said I got a situation to handle. So I was getting up and going to the job site to sit there and see what was going on and try to sort it all out. And so, no, I don't know, just one thing led to another, and the guys got stranded in Dallas on their way back on I-20. So my crew leader had to go up there, drive 2.5, 3 hours to go rescue them, and one thing led to another, and just the realtor's pissed the whole time. I'm having to kiss her feet basically, but I'm not. She kind of got out of hand. She started mouthing off a little more than she should have been, and so had to put her in check somewhat. But anyway, it was just a crappy day. I ended up going to get my mower, all of my mowing equipment, and loading it up on a trailer and trying to make the situation the most of the situation. Trying to restore the relationship. It's just I spent my whole day just kissing feet. Do I still use my Bollinger Bands? Yeah, I do. This is this blue line is my middle Bollinger Band. This one's let me hide the small one. That's just an EMA. But this blue line right here is my middle Bollinger Band. I have them on other templates here, like that one there. But I've just gotten to where I can visualize, I can visualize where the bands are and stuff. And I always recommend targeting the middle band, at least initially, if you're going to take the Bollinger Band signals. So I just have the middle band on there. I can kind of visualize from there. The band's my secondary. No, I wouldn't say they're my secondary. I've been using them for so long that I just can visualize it. Like I know, like if I unhide the bottom band there, I can tell you it's going to cross right in here. Like I can just see it. See right there? I can just see, I can visualize that. I already know where the band is. I've just been using them for so long. The middle band is the 20. This is the 20 EMA. I can put the SMA. It's SMA as in simple moving average or smooth moving average? Which one? Simple? Whoops. Moving average simple. Let's see what. Yeah, it's not far from it. This is the 20 EMA. Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah, it's pretty close. But it's just a little different, like, calculation. And it's got the KNN optimization algorithm, all that crap. But yeah, to answer your question, I definitely. It's almost like, John Carter and his squeeze indicator. It's like he uses a bunch of other stuff, but it's almost like he feels naked if he doesn't have at least some version of it somewhere where he can glance at it. It just feels weird not to have something. Just the middle band for me. I just have to have something related to that to look at from time to time. But I like to have some version of a somewhat clean price action chart. I mean, for me that's key. All right, so there's another lower high there. So, if this wasn't chopping so much, I'd be really, all about, taking a short here. And I still may see where we at. I mean, since I have such a big account, I'm gonna try it like just a one lot short, just see if it'll break down here. It could just, keep chopping. But we'll see. See if it'll get down to 13. Whoops. All right, so now it's trying to give us the super trend sell. All right, just in case this tries to jerk around, I'm going to put a break-even stop in at my, just a tick below my entry. Because we are in with some weird, it's a weird, weird place here. Yeah, sure can, Mad Dog. Let me get out of this trade here. Okay, out at break even. More jacking around. But it just feels like it wants to fall. It's just going to be timing it to where, you can participate without, hanging your ass out there too much. Yeah, I think I can just. I'm not sure if y'all be able to load up all of the indicators on here, but here is the whole layout. All right, if you're still in the short, I'm not. I'm out at break even, unfortunately. But if you're still in it, this next lower VWAP band is what I was targeting. That 13, 613 or below. Yeah, so just if anybody wants my layout here, just click on that link and it'll you won't be able to do anything with it until you make a copy of the template. So you just click over there and hit make a copy right here, and then you should be able to add any of your any indicators you want to that, or take away whatever. And if there's any that don't load up, it's because like this one right here, this Keltner channel, or no, what is that one? This higher time frame EMA, the little blue cloud. It's a 30-minute EMA. It's a 5 EMA, I believe. Let me see. What is this? It's a 50 EMA on the 30-minute time frame with some standard deviation bands. It's this one right here. That's a indicator that I've bought, paid for. It's a paid indicator from Simpler Trading. So any of the ones that won't load up, it's probably because it's ones that I've paid for. Of course, glad to help. So that kind of tried to take a stab at that 13. It got down to 17. This definitely, it definitely fell enough for you to manage it. I mean, it fell enough for me to manage it. Managing for me in this case was just moving my stop to break even, not letting it, jerk around and screw me over too bad. And that's the thing, if you take your trades, if you can just time them halfway decent to where, it actually goes in your favor enough that you can do something, you're doing okay. If you can time your entry in a way that will give you a chance to at least get your stop to break even, then you're doing okay. It's those times where like you get in and it just like goes immediately against you and you have no opportunity to manage it other than just take your stop. Those suck. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to, at least not right now, not till this kind of clears out some. But I'm not even going to try to trade any PAs. I'm just trading an eval, 300K eval. And I'm trading it really small at that. Just a crappy environment. I do like that trend line, that retest of that trend line, and then failure. That kind of shows me they want to test it just to trap some people and then take it back down short. But my entry was up there at 40 when I initially took that. Then again, they could just push this up and swirl it around VWAP again. Hard to know, man. Yeah, it's a really good deal. I hesitated to say anything about it because somebody said that Lily was screwing people. I'm not sure, the full story on that, but certainly don't want anybody to get screwed. But I haven't had any bad dealings with them, so I don't know. Kind of, kind of torn on that one, but yeah, it's a really good deal, and uh, I really like their bundles packages because you can almost guarantee passing. You get 7 chances to pass it, so I mean, it's almost guaranteed you're going to pass one of those. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's so cheap. All right, they're just jerking this around. So they're jerking this around. So I'm gonna take a scalp up to the middle band, see if they can push it up there. All right, that's close enough. Close enough to the middle band. I'm gonna call that good. 10 contract scalp for I don't know, $400 or $500. Should have held a little longer. Bounced right off of it. Uh, Did you get any payout from Leela? It's a loaded question, Guppy. Because I do some different things that are kind of proprietary with my live account. But no, I haven't heard of anybody like I build up profits and then um, I basically cash out with my live account. Look at them pushing this down. That's the reason I wanted to take the room private. So I was initially wanting to teach some of the things that I do, but and I still want to teach trading strategies and all that, but some of the things I do are it's kind of like having grandma's recipe. Taking just a little quick scalps. I just took a quick scalp back to the middle band, or headed toward the middle band. About all there is I see to do now. We're up 1,200 on the day. 1,200, 1106 with commissions taken out. Let me see what pulled up the settings. So, oops. Okay, let me read your question, Eric. Let's see. Line in the center. Different inputs depending on the candle choice. I'm trying to understand the. What do you mean by candle choice? It shouldn't matter. Let me see. I've got it set to 1 day, and the label offset is just like how far away it stands from like the sand label, how far it is away from the actual line in the sand line. So that's the only input you got to work with. What was I gonna? Let's see. So I was gonna change my bar to Heiken Ashi. So it's at 18267. I'm on Heiken Ashi. I changed it to 18262 by switching to candles. So if I switched from 3 minute to, let's just say, like 30 minute. Changed it to 18275. It really shouldn't matter. It should be the same no matter what. Only thing I can figure is it's probably calculating the volume a little different from each time frame. Maybe the data, historical data, is a little different between each time frame. And that would be a trading view issue. I would imagine the data would be much more specific, as you go down in time frame, like the microscope gets more and more powerful probably as you go down in time frame. But it's just I'm very visual, so I'm not near as concerned about the number over here as I am looking at the chart and making sure price is reacting to it. That's way more important to me. Just because I'm such a visual guy. Yeah, I rarely, like, when I'm trading and when I'm entering my orders in here, I'm not even looking at this number here. All I'm doing is looking at the chart and making sure that, visually looks. I'm trading the chart. I'm just hitting the button according to what I'm seeing visually on the chart. And then, then I take my profits and then I look at my profit and loss, after I'm done, but I'm just hitting the button, looking at the chart. If it visually lines up with what I kind of want to see or what I'm anticipating seeing, then I just hit the button. And so, yeah, that's the most important thing. I don't care if I'm on the chart's the same, right? I mean, the chart looks the same. It's the same bars. It's the same visual, effect. So, if I'm on a 30-minute chart, I'm just looking at that line in the sand, and I'm just kind of making sure that, price is reacting to it. I mean, look at that right here. I mean, it's just bouncing right off of it. Pierces through, and then it bounces, pulls back, bounces right off of it again, and then it just kind of hovers around it. That's what I'm really looking for. And there's some other, there's some pretty good updates coming on that indicator. And I'll probably, because I'm having to spend money on having the updates coded, I'll probably just have a basic version of it and one that y'all can just, I don't know, y'all can subscribe to for a little bit of nothing. I just, I'm incurring costs on it, so it won't be anything. I'm not a price gouger. Just something to kind of recover some costs is all. But yeah, I'll probably just keep a basic like what you've got there. I'll probably just have that one for free. All right. Let me get back to my 3 minute. Okay, Joan, are you using 3 or 5 minutes time frame? I'm using both, Joan. I told you I like both of them. So let me get back to Heikkinen here. I'm using a 3 minute right here on the left hand side, and this is a 5 minute. I like both of them, but I'm really like the way I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get into time frames very much. Uh, I'm just visual. So if I'm looking at a chart and it visually is appealing to me, or if I can visually make sense of it, then I just trade it. And it doesn't matter. Like the main thing I want to see with price action, I don't read the bars. People get into like hammers and candlestick patterns and all that stuff. And that's great. I mean, if that helps you with your trading, go for it. I'm not opposed to any indicator or any kind of analysis that helps you be a more profitable trader. But the main things I want to see with my just somewhat clean price action chart, I want to be able to see the momentum shifts. I want to be able to see what's happening with momentum. So see that trend line there? That's just drawing it across the tops of the bars there. That's just drawing it across these two bars there. So from there, if I draw the same, starting at the same point, if I draw across this bar here, across the top of that bar there, I can see that they're shifting that momentum. Can you see that, John? Can you see my right chart? Is she even still in here? She gone. Oh. I guess I'm still recording this. I'm not sure. It shows to be. Anyway, I'll go ahead and go over that. Finish what I was saying. And Joan can go back and watch the recording. But that's all I'm trying to see is the momentum shifting with price action. So, if I can see that momentum shifting, then I'm just kind of looking for things to turn over a little bit. And that's what we did pretty much, you see. It's really, really choppy, but we turned over. We're not going up anymore. We turned over and we're chopping, with a slightly, bearish momentum. So if I can see that momentum shift at this point right here, like after this bar prints right here, after that bar right there, after that bar prints, I now have a jump start on seeing what momentum is doing. From there, it just becomes timing the entry in a way, that I can at least be in a position to manage the trade. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense. I don't know. It makes sense in my brain. Yep, it just comes down to visual. If you can visually see it, then that's what visually helps me see what's going on. So if I can visually see something and I can see the momentum is going to be probably turning in my favor, if I'm short biased, right? Then I'm looking for some kind of setup around that. And if I find my setup, find some kind of setup around it, good. If you look at right here, you see this angle here of this push right here. If you see that angle, and then all of a sudden, we've got a low here where see that angle of that trend line from here to here. You can see that momentum, and then it pulls back again, and it gives you another low right here. And you can see, can you see that the trend line is getting flatter and flatter between each pullback? And so, then they push it up again, right? But they push it up to yet, another trend line angle change at the top, So they're pushing it up, and then they trap a lot of people right there by making that big wick. So, for me, visually, that momentum is shifting, and that's the reason y'all saw me take the short and just kind of scale into it a little bit at a time. It's because at the time we had this right here. We had that bar was printed, and that's a big difference between this top trend line and this trend line. So I'm thinking this momentum is shifting. Well, they push it up, and I'm I think I took on 3 positions, or I added twice. I took on the initial short, and I added twice. But it's just because that momentum was shifting, and I was expecting a push down. And that's exactly what happened. The sloppiness. Yeah. Yeah, that angle, I mean, it's hard for me to see that any other way. You can pull up, any of your, I don't know, momentum oscillators, and let me think of some. Maybe the squeeze. Yeah, slope of the trend line. Yeah, so you can follow this this oscillator. You can see momentum's right from right here to right here. This this momentum is shifted down, and for some people visually that that's perfect. That's all they need to see. I just find it much easier just to watch the angles of the trend lines, and it's all it's doing is telling me what the oscillator's saying. The oscillator's just following the price. That's all we're doing is following the price, using the trend line to kind of gauge the angles of it to see momentum. Yes. God, there's no telling how many hours of screen time. You know, I don't know. I'd hate to. I'd hate to know how many hours I've spent in front of the screen. Reading charts. And it just that's the reason I'm not opposed to any indicators. I'm not opposed to any kind of tools that you could buy or make or find or whatever it takes for you to maximize your screen time by just having the clarity that it takes to be a profitable trader. So for some it's oscillators and having 50,000 indicators on your chart, whatever. If that's what works for you, go for it. All we're doing is reading price action, though. I mean, that's all the oscillators are doing. They're just trying to react to. There's just an algorithm. So if you see like now, just a continuation of the conversation we're having. We've definitely shifted down. We've gone from that angle there to down. We got a down. We went from an upward slope trend line to a downward slope one now, and we've broken out of that trend line, but we're still got negative momentum. We're just shifting up some. They're still negative, right? But all we're doing is shifting up. So that should tell you, they're buyers are building some momentum. The programmer's just requesting an extension. Okay, no problem. It's not an easy indicator to program. All right, so tomorrow will be the delivery. Just thinking about your comment about the chart reading and experience. I mean, there is no substitute for screen time, man. No substitute. Got to be in it to win it. You gotta spend your own time studying. You gotta really love it, man. Yep. This, yep. This stuff got in my blood my sophomore year of college, and it's been in there ever since. And it takes a long time to, especially if you don't have resources. Back then, I didn't have any money, so I would just have to save up and try to buy courses. And it's just back then it seemed like there was, I don't know, it seemed like there was just as many or more scammers as there is now. It's like everybody's an expert on it, and I don't know any different because I don't know anything. So I'm just trying to learn everything I can. I would go to Barnes and Noble and sit down and read all the technical analysis books forever, and I couldn't afford to buy them. I would just sit down and read them. I don't know. I just loved it. So I just wanted to learn as much as I could with what resources I had to learn it. We didn't have any Discords and all that stuff back then. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would. I mean, that was a great place for broke youngsters to go. Yeah. It was all worth it. I mean, it's just got to start somewhere. Got to start somewhere. We want to be successful right off the bat, but it don't matter how long it takes. It's a lifelong. If you really love it, I was telling somebody that on, DM me. I don't see him much anymore in the room. Hopefully he's okay, but um, he was struggling and stuff, and he's talking about needing, asking if he should take a break from trading or something. And And I just told him, take a break, do whatever you got to do. If you really love this stuff, you will never ever quit trying to trade. You'll never. If you really love it, you'll never quit trying. Um, and that's at least that's true for me because, certainly took me a long time to become profitable. But it was because I loved it so much that drove me, it just kept me going through all those frustrations and all the things that come along with trying to learn how to trade. It's one of the most mentally stimulating things I've ever done. There's something about it, sitting here looking at a chart, and one person may say, well, that looks so boring, but if you look at it through my eyes, it's like so stimulating to me to look at some bars and somehow make a living looking at a chart. It's crazy. How many years? My sophomore year, I believe it was 2010. That was in my sophomore year. So I think it's no, it was 2008. Yeah, I think it was 2008. So what is that? 16 years. At the time, I was. Let me see if I can find the website. He's probably like dead or something. Let's see. Let me see if I can find. Like, I don't know if I still had the same email address back then, but I'm gonna try to search my email. Here it is. Okay, this is the first course I ever bought. And that was in 11/17 of 2008. First day trading information. I want to make sure you know of my recent developed range traded breakout strategy. Yada yada. And the website was. Yeah, his website is not even a website anymore. This is a very powerful strategy. You can live trade. He actually did have live trading sessions. I forgot about that. But it was a stock trading strategy that I bought. And I think it was like $100. Pretty cool. I gotta let the dogs out. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Financial Trading Academy? Never heard of them. What trades have y'all taken today? Anybody taking any trades today? Or are you just watching? Good. It's a good day to trade evals. John, you want to look at your trades? I don't mind taking a look at them. I mean, taking a look at your setup. Whatever I can do to help. There's something we can review or whatever. Oh. Sorry to hear that, John. Let's say a quick prayer for Joan real quick. Lord, we thank you for your love. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for Joan and everybody else in the room. Pray you'd heal her body, that everything would be okay, that the doctors would have everything they need to do what they need to do. Pray these things in your name. Amen. Oh, thanks, Joan. Uh, I don't know that I'd call myself a good guy as much as I would just somebody that knows, uh, has experienced the love of God. We love because He first loved us. Certainly not perfect, but I just thankful for the grace that He's given me. All right, so if you look at this, I'm looking at this push up here. Um, if this bar here doesn't, just run off to the upside, visually I'm seeing, some breakdown of the bullish move here. That's what I'm seeing there. Still, it's a tough situation because, they did build that. They did build this move. They did build the momentum to push up there. So, I don't know. It's just a funky day, y'all. It's one of those days. It's hard to judge things. Joan, did you get that code to work? She may not be around. All right, so we're getting a hidden divergence. That's what I was, putting the pieces together. I could just watching the price action. I can see this kind of breaking down, and then the next step is to let some of the tools confirm what you feel like you're seeing. So we're seeing now we're getting a hidden divergence. So we're kind of just slowly putting the pieces together here. The ultimate, breakdown of the uptrend is going to be the break of this trend line here. Break, to where this kind of falls apart and then breaks below here. That would be, getting below VWAP and, things really kind of rolling over. I'm going to do a one lot short right there. $70C. Yeah, that's about right. If they break it, we're looking at, I don't know. It could just be a bull flag. We'll see. So I'm kind of, if I had the top band printed here, let me see, I'll put it on. Upper band. See, I mean, you see the upper band there. So, the top band is, basically what I'm shorting there. So it's either going to slingshot and this ends up being a bull flag sort of thing. But, I'm basically shorting the top band. But, I'm really taking it off of the break of the trend line. But, it's lines right up with shorting the top band. So, if I short the top band, I'm looking for it to get down somewhere close to the middle band. And we have a hidden divergence, It's kind of what the setup I'm going after. Delta's trying to cross over. Which got 2 minutes left on the bar. MACD is really high up there and trying to cross over. We shall see. It's a little bit early. I mean, if it gets up to this upper band up here, that could be either your stop or a place for you to add. For me, it's going to be a place that I add. 09, 010, roughly. That's where I'll add. It's a snoozer of a trade. They're really squeezing it in there, aren't they? Y'all see that? I'm already short, Jim. We already in there. I'd like this to get back to the middle band. Oh. Still targeting that 80, 77-ish, somewhere around in there. Alright, I'm going to take half off there. Break even, stop at the on the remaining. There's the middle band. Just like magic, huh? Like it was made to do that. Anybody else catch that short? I'm still in it. I still got one. Maybe it'll go on down to VWAP. That'll be down to 50. Good job, Mad Dog. Mad Dog's gone mad. Yeah, good job. Yeah, I did too. I took half off when it hit the middle band. But we're just now getting a sell signal in the 5 minute, like a super trend sell signal. So yeah, it's like you wait all that time and then and then you feel like, you know, you hit target. Sometimes this thing's just getting started. We'll see. All we can do is manage it according to what we're seeing, which is, you know, what we're seeing is it hit the middle band. We manage it according. And stop is at break even so that we can't lose. It's a beautiful place to be. If they bring it on down, I mean, it seems like they want to bring it down closer to VWAP, which would, you know, for me, maybe halfway to VWAP, which is 15 points down from where we are, which is 65-ish. You know, if they bring it down there, that's, shoot, nothing wrong with that. But you know, we can pull up the bottom band, see where it's at. That's at 67. Yeah, I mean, if it makes it down to the bottom band, that's a shoot. Nothing wrong with that at all. You gone? All right, Mad Dog. Enjoyed it, brother. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, I'm fixing to be out of here myself. As soon as I get out of this trade, I'm going to call it a day. Not a bad place. I think I'll join you since it's lunchtime. I'm going to go ahead and take my money. I'm going to go flat. Call that good. I took that short on my phone on my Topstet PA. And I Let's see. I'll screenshot it. Took that. There's the Top Step PA. I took it on my phone because it's Rhythmic and I can't log into two Rhythmics on my computer. So 330 in real money, and then 1310 on the 300K Apex eval. But it was the same trade basically. All right, if anybody has any questions, speak now or forever hold your pee. Yeah, Andre, enjoyed it. Good to see everybody, and I'll try my best. I like to take Fridays off, so can't guarantee we'll have a stream tomorrow. I may just take the day off, but if it's tomorrow or Monday, I'll see y'all one of those days, and we'll go from there. Talk to y'all later.